Hi Edina, second and third graders. I'm Officer Emily and I'm joining you here from Normandale Elementary School. I'm sorry we don't get to meet in person this year, but I'm happy to be joining you via video. I've been a police officer at Edina for 5 years. I do a lot of other activities, so maybe you guys have seen me during a neighborhood event, but my main job is being a patrol officer, so I drive a squad car around. When I'm not working, I really enjoy spending time with my family, my 2 dogs, Lucy and Ethel, up at our cabin. We're here today to talk about junior police and how you guys can become junior police officers. Part of that is being the eyes and the ears of the community and being safe and smart. I think I need some help from my partner though, Officer Joe, so I'm gonna call him over right now. 148 to 199 on car to car.
199.
Can you assist me, please?
Copy en route. Hi Emily, how can I help you?
Hi Officer Joe, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Can you tell our second and third graders a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. My name is Joe. Officer Joe, if you want. I have a wife and 2 kids at home. I'm kind of like you. I am a normal person, and this is just what I do for a job. So we live normal lives as police officers. We're not scary. We're normal people in the community, and we're just here to help.
Officer Joe, can you tell me when somebody should call 911?
Yeah, of course. So basically, anytime anybody needs any help, so whether you're hurt, whether a parent is hurt, if somebody is really sick and they need medical help, if you ever see a fire, you can call 911 and they'll get the fire department out to your house. Anytime you're scared, if you see something that would be suspicious or that just doesn't seem right.
What if I accidentally call 911?
All right, if you accidentally call 911, please stay on the line. I know it might be a little scary or you might think that you're going to get in trouble, but you're not going to get in trouble as long as it was an accident. Just stay on the line, and the person that answers the phone, they're called a dispatcher. They'll ask you if everything's okay. And if you tell them everything's okay and that you accidentally dialed 911, then that's fine, and that's the end of it, and then you can hang up the phone. But if you do hang up the phone, then we act as if something is wrong.
Right, because sometimes there may be an emergency where somebody's only able to dial 911 and then they have to hang up their phone, and we have to check and make sure that those people are safe, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. Officer Joe, can we talk a little bit about how junior police officers can be helpers in the community, kind of the eyes and the ears?
Of course. So anytime in the city of Edina, there's between 4 and 6 officers working. So that's 4 to 6 people that are in charge of an entire city. So we can't be everywhere at once. So it's important for you guys, your parents, anybody that's a member of the community that lives here, to call us when they think something is wrong or something is out of place, because we can't see everything and we can't be everywhere at the same time. So we need you guys to call us, and then we can come and we can help and we can make sure everything's okay.
So Officer Joe, should junior police officers intervene?
What we ask is that if there's something that seems wrong or scary or anything like that, to call us and let us handle it. We want you guys to be safe.
So it sounds like we want junior police officers to be observant and use their eyes and ears, and then report things to us, not necessarily intervening themselves. There's some things that we can do to prevent crimes from happening too. What are some ways that junior police officers can help prevent crimes from happening?
Some of the biggest things you can do are bringing your things in at night. So whether you were biking that day in your driveway or you're on the road, or if you were playing with some toys or driving those motorized cars, the best thing you can do is bring all your toys in at night. It's important that they are inside so then people don't see them and take them. Other things you can do is make sure that your parents lock your car doors at night if they're parked outside in your driveway, and shut your garage door at night so people can't see inside your garage. Anything that you can do that would make it harder for somebody to take your things.
Joe, did you see that person up at the school?
I did, and that would be a great example of something that would be suspicious. One of the best things that you can do when you see something suspicious is remember what the person looked like.
What did that person look like?
So what I can remember is that they were wearing black and white shoes. They had kind of a black hooded sweatshirt on and some either green or brown pants. Was that right?
I think so. I also think that it was a woman. She had long brown hair that was sticking out from under her hood.
That was right. So what's important is giving us a very good description of somebody when they're doing something either wrong or suspicious or something that makes you feel scared. The reason why that is important is because we don't know who that person is. So when we drive to the area where you are, we want to be able to know what kind of person we're looking for. So as detailed as a description as you can give us is really important.
It sounds like we would maybe need that information too in case we were approached by a stranger. Who or how do we know what a stranger is?
Yeah, a stranger, I think, could be anybody that you don't know who they are. If you've never met them before and they approach you, I would consider that a stranger.
One thing that's really important to note about strangers is there's some really inappropriate behavior for an adult to have with a child, somebody like you guys. So if an adult approaches you while you're at the park, for example, and asks you to help find a lost pet or offers your candy or anything like that, that is not okay. They should not be doing that, and you need to tell an adult right away if that's happening. And again, remembering all those different ways of describing somebody, that's going to be really important because you should call 911 if somebody tries to ask you to do that kind of stuff. Are there strangers in the community that somebody or a junior police officer could ask for help?
Of course. A great rule of thumb in who's a safe stranger is anybody that's wearing a uniform or a name tag. So if you're at a store and you see somebody that works at the store, it's pretty easy to tell sometimes. They'll be wearing like a specific outfit, whether if you're at Target, for example, they'll be wearing red shirts, khaki pants, and a name tag. Where if you see us, when we're out and about, we wear a uniform, right? And our uniforms have name tags on them too. So anytime you would see somebody in uniform, that would be a safe person to ask and approach.
Officer Joe, you said that you have a uniform and it looks like you have a lot of equipment. Can we talk a little bit about the equipment that you have?
Yeah, of course. So I have all of my tools that I use at work, I carry on my belt. So I have quite a bit of stuff on my belt. We'll just go around in a circle. So you can see here, I have a baton. It gets longer. That's a baton. I have my handgun, which every police officer has a handgun. And it's important for us to have those because other people in the community that might be committing crime or might be threatening other people, they have access to them. So it's important for us to have them to protect ourselves and also protect you guys and everybody in the public. So we also I carry handcuffs with me, so I'll take some out. You can see them. They're just a normal handcuff. We put these on anybody that we arrest. It's to keep us safe and basically so we know where their hands are. We'll always put handcuffs behind their back. I carry a microphone with me. This microphone just clips on my belt. Anytime my lights are going in my car, so like if I were to pull a car over or anytime I have contact with the public, that microphone will be recording everything that I say and everything that the person replies to me. Then I have extra ammunition for my handgun. I have a taser, which is here, and then I have a radio, sorry, I blanked. I have a radio. A radio is kind of like a walkie-talkie in a way, and we can use our radios to talk to our partners, other police officers, and our dispatchers, the people that you call when you talk to them on 911. They will give us information on our radio. So if you call and say, I'm at my home address and I need help here, our dispatchers will get a hold of us on the radio and they'll say, this person is at their home, this is their address, and they need help because of this. And then we know what we're going through when we get there. So that pretty much covers what I carry. Every officer also has a bulletproof vest. You'll see us wearing it. Some of us wear them over our uniforms, some of us wear them under our uniform shirt, and that's just something to keep us safe as well. Do you guys want to see my car?
I do.
Should we go take a look?
Yeah.
So this is my police car. Police cars are very noticeable, obviously. They say police in big letters down the side. They have lights on the top. They are filled with a whole bunch of equipment. Like I said, I don't have an office. This is my office. So I have a bunch of equipment in here. I'm gonna open the door and kind of show you what we have in here. We have a full computer in our police cars, and what they do is we get any sort of information from other officers. We put information in there for like records. We write reports on those. We don't get to play computer games on them. I know it's kind of a bummer. But we also have a radio in our car. You can see the mic kind of to the bottom left of the computer. And that's how we talk to our partners and our dispatchers when we are in our car. We have all of our lights and sirens. All those buttons in there are for lights and sirens and whatnot. We have different tools for getting the speeds that cars are going. That's in there. One thing that you probably see up on the windshield next to the mirror, that's a video camera, and what that does is that records any traffic stop I'm on, and any other time that I turn on my lights, that camera automatically turns on to record what's kind of going on when I'm there. So that kind of sums up the front seat. In the back seat, this is where we put people when they're under arrest. We put them here if we're transporting them to go downtown to jail. One thing that you'll notice, the blue lines, that might look a little bit different than your car at home. All those are is seat belts. I basically just unclip them here, and I can clip them in here, and then the person will have the seat belt on. And the best part about those blue seat belts is then I don't have to reach over anybody to put on their seat belts. I just unclip them and clip them in. We want everybody to be safe. Even if they're under arrest, we put them in the back seat of the car. We still want them to be safe in case we would get in a car accident when they were back there. We want them to be safe and wearing their seat belt. I got one more thing for you guys as part of the junior police program, and I'm gonna let Emily talk about it. It's your guys' worksheet. This will be included in all your guys' junior police books.
Thanks, Joe.
You bet.
All right, junior police officers, this is the last thing that's gonna be included with this video, okay? It's a junior police worksheet. The one thing that I wanna point out to you guys is the important information about yourself. It's really important that you guys know your name, your address, and a phone number if you ever have to call 911. So I really want you guys to work hard to fill that out and memorize that information as well. You'll also see that there's a fill in the word bank down here, and I want you guys to draw yourselves as a police officer. Thanks you guys so much for joining us. Again, I'm so sorry that we didn't get to meet in your classroom, but when you see myself or Officer Joe driving around, please wave and say hi.